little while ago, I just started playing a bit of guitar and singing, doing a bit of solo stuff around the place. And then I joined a band probably 15 years ago, did a bit of backup singing, and then went on to being in a show band for a while, and then thought, right, it's time to get back into doing my own, original songwriting, and met Adam, who was into the blues, so we've sort of merged and become the Adam Hole and Marji Curran band.
I got into music at a young age, and my parents used to play CDs, not records back then. But they had guitars lying. My dad used to play guitar when he was young, so he had it lying around the house, and I just sort of picked it up from there. I was probably about 8, 9, 10, and ever since then I've just been addicted to it. So it's my life. And when I was probably about 15, 16, I had a couple of mates from school, got into a band, and just kept going from there. And then I was old enough to go to pubs, and I ended up going to jam nights. And here in Canberra, there was a pub in Phillip called R&B's, and we used to just rock up there and have a few drinks and play. And I think after that, I got pretty serious into music. I think once I had a full-time job, I was a mechanic before, and I thought, no, stuff this, don't like this. So I decided to take music full-time, and here I am.
I got into drumming because of my favourite band at the time was The Cause, and I admired the fact that they had a female drummer, and I was just drawn to it, and then continued on with it. Ended up going to uni here at ANU at the jazz school, and there I met a man who knew Marji, and they introduced us, and I've stayed there ever since.
I had to do like an all-ladies sort of showcase, so I asked this guy, do you know any chicks at school that, might be interested? And Phoebe came along, and she's been with us ever since.
Yeah, I never left.
Can't get rid of her. Well, pretty much, like I said, Adam and I were doing things separately, and then I said, come on, let's do something together. And then, like I said, with Phoebe doing the all ladies show, and we sort of thought, let's give it a go, and let's sort of blend some of our musical backgrounds, because Phoebe's jazz, Adam was blues, mine was more sort of folk country. So we sort of blended it together. We had 5 of us originally. We had a banjo player for a while and a violinist, and then it got a bit sort of tricky with organising, jams, and just organising people in general. So we cut it down to just the basics, and our sound has just kept developing over the years, and sort of gotten louder and louder, and more sort of energetic and passionate, and quite a different sort of sound because of the different backgrounds that we have, and originally that sort of people would sort of look at us and go, don't really understand what you're doing, but we've kept going with it and kept developing, and now people are actually starting to like that difference about us, so that's good.
Yeah.
The difference between slide guitar and regular guitar is the sound. I think the slide guitar has more of a voice, a human voice to it, whereas a regular guitar you're playing a single note, and the next note up is like a step up. With slide you can play all the notes in between the 2 steps, if that makes sense. But to me, I think slide has more emotion. It just expresses more, and I don't know. I was really attracted to the sound when I first heard it. I used to hear it on movies, the American movies and all that, and I thought, wow, that's cool. When I first heard it here in Australia, live, this is like, I haven't heard this live before, and this is when I was probably about 18, 19, where I really first heard it live, and I thought, gee, this is amazing, and I thought, I've got to do this. And ever since then, I just, practiced slide, and I played 2 types of slide, which is a lap steel slide, where you have the guitar on your lap, and you see people like John Butler or other artists like that sort of play on their lap. I do that as well as playing stand-up slide, which is bottleneck slide, which is just a standard guitar. You have a bottleneck on your finger and slide away, make the noise, scream.
So it's got a really amazing effect on people, slide guitar.
Yeah,
Seems to
that's
sort of
for
just
sure.
really, they hear it and they just, sort of
Yeah.
come alive. They do though, they do.
Well, it's interesting.
Yeah,
It's interesting to look at as
Yeah.
well as sound. You know, it's
Yeah.
exciting.
It's sort of
Yeah.
this action, you know.
Stop it. A lot of practice, a lot of dedication, and
Lots of
a lot of poverty.
lots of rough pubs will sort of make you play
Yeah.
like that, you know. You got to really get people moving, you know, because otherwise they'll just sort of stand there and look at you.
Oh
Good
well,
lead.
yeah, you'll just be, they'll just chuck you out of the pub
Yeah.
if you're not giving them what they want. So over the years, we've learned what works and what doesn't, and if it doesn't work, then you just get rid of it, or we develop it into something a little bit different. But I think the main thing is that the passion and energy that we all have, and that we sort of connect on stage, and we also connect with the audience a lot too. Like, I don't even give them a chance not to sit down on their asses. I just go and grab them and get them up dancing, and if it's stable, Phoebe and I'll be on that table dancing. And, we just, we interact with the audience, and it sort of makes them feel really connected, which is good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I haven't done solo for a while now, but when I was doing solo, it's more intimate. You have to be more precise with your playing because everyone can hear every single note. With the band, it was great because there's so much noise going on everywhere. You can just enjoy yourself and make a lot of noise, even make some mistakes in there, So no one will know. But the two different dynamics. The solo performance is more. You focus on yourself, you focus on your guitar playing, and everything is quiet, it can be loud, it depends on what you play, but I enjoy it. But then again, I enjoy the band because the band can take you in different directions where you wouldn't think to go. So
A lot of improvising.
Yeah.
We don't just have, we're virtually playing the same songs, but it'll be slightly different every time we play.
Yeah.
And Phoebe and I will often just look at each other and go, where's he going? And we just go, yeah, and go with it.
See,
Because Adam improvises, he's quite amazing.
Every song we do, we change it nearly all the time. So it just, you don't want to get bored with it.
Yeah.
And the environment makes you play something different too. Like
Yeah.
if the crowd's really into it, you're just going to go, you feed
Yeah.
off each other and just give them more. So I think that's it. But yeah, solo. When you're playing solo, you're pretty much stuck with yourself. So you've got no inspiration around you. So it's harder, a lot harder. But you have fun doing both.
So it is easier travelling with two girls.
That's a different area we're talking about now.
Favourite cover would have to be Jolene. Yeah.
Yeah, goes off. Yeah, we do
Sure.
quite a different sort of version of it, and
loses
people sort of it starts sort of just quiet, and then we really build it into something really passionate. So people are sort of thinking, oh yeah, Jolene, and then we sort of blast them with with a bit of difference. So yeah.
Well, the album's coming along really good at the moment. We're currently working on it, and it is hoping to be released by the end of March, April. So that's our goal. If it happens, it happens. If not, it'll happen.
No, it's sounding really good.
Yeah,
It's quite different to our previous albums. It's a lot much bigger sound, and quite different. So
Full
we're
up
happy.
louder.
Yeah.
A lot more guitar noise.
Yeah. Yep. a lot of inspiration from things that have happened in my own life and people around me. I'm always seem to be having inspiration in my own life somewhere along the line. So and I've even written one song that was inspired when we were on the road. That's going to be on the new album, which was just. It could be just travelling along, seeing a signpost with a name and the environment that's what inspired me for Fitzgerald Lane, which is on the new album. So it comes from myself and everyone around me, really. You can get some quiet little venues where you've got people that are really into their music and appreciative of original music. And you can play a bit differently and even sort of bring it back a bit, and you can see how much they're enjoying it. So that can be just as satisfying as playing in a big festival with thousands of people everywhere. So it really just depends on the moment.
We're just going to release this album, tour it as much as we can around Australia, and aim for going overseas.
We've got some things in the pipeline there for next year, so for going overseas. We went to New Zealand, was that 2008, I think? Yeah, to the Bay of Islands Jazz and Blues Festival over there, and that was fantastic. You can find more information about the band at www.adamhole.com. And we're also on Facebook and MySpace.
And also marjicurran.com.
Yeah.
So the two,
just to
the two names
you.
link into the one website. So.
Yeah.
Thank you.